In 2023, a lawyer in New York submitted a legal brief to a federal court. It cited six cases, precedents, specific rulings with names, dates, and details. Every single case was fake. ChatGPT had invented them completely, confidently, without warning. The lawyer didn't know. He trusted the technology. He submitted the brief. The court caught it. And suddenly, a 30-year legal career was hanging by a thread. He was fined, publicly sanctioned, his name in the news for all the wrong reasons. But here's what I want you to sit with for a second. He wasn't a bad lawyer. He wasn't careless. He was someone who trusted a tool that sounded absolutely certain and had no idea it was capable of lying. Now ask yourself, how many people do the same thing every single day? In hospitals, in schools, in boardrooms, in courtrooms, using AI outputs without questioning them, because the technology sounds so confident. And here's the deeper question, the one nobody was asking loudly enough. Who was actually responsible? The lawyer who used the tool, OpenAI who built it, the court system that had no rules for this situation? Nobody had a clear answer because there were no rules to point to. Welcome to AI Horizons. I'm glad you're here because today we're not talking about prompts or productivity hacks. Today we're talking about something much bigger. We're talking about who controls artificial intelligence, who makes the rules, who gets held accountable when things go wrong, and what happens to all of us if nobody does. This is the AI governance crisis, and it's not coming, it's already here.
We hope you're enjoying this AI Horizons episode. Before we continue, remember to explore our other videos, subscribe to the channel, and join our community of builders, creators, and AI enthusiasts. Now, let's keep going.
So let's start with the basics. What even is AI governance? Think of it like traffic laws, but for artificial intelligence. When cars became common, societies had to decide which side of the road do we drive on? How fast? Who's responsible when there's an accident? Nobody was born knowing those rules. We had to create them together, over time through trial and error. And yes, people got hurt before the rules existed. AI governance is exactly the same process. It's the set of rules, laws, and standards that decide how AI can be built, deployed, and used, and who pays the price when it causes harm. And right now, we're in that exact moment. The cars are already on the road, millions of them, moving faster every month. And we're still arguing about which side to drive on. AI governance covers three big areas, and I want you to remember these. First, safety, making sure AI systems don't cause physical, psychological, or financial harm to people. This sounds obvious, but right now, in most countries, there are no legally binding safety requirements for deploying an AI system. Second, accountability. If an AI makes a wrong decision, denies your loan, flags you as a criminal, gives a doctor the wrong medical information, who answers for that? The company that built it? The company that deployed it? Nobody? Right now, in most cases, the answer is nobody. Third, transparency. Do you have the right to know when AI is making decisions about your life? Do you have the right to see how it reached that decision? And do you have the right to challenge it? These aren't technical questions, they're human questions. They're questions about power, fairness, and dignity. And they affect every single person watching this right now.
Enjoying the episode? Explore more AI Horizons videos, subscribe, and join our community. Now let's continue.
So, what about the United States? Here's the honest answer there is no federal AI law in the US. There have been executive orders, there have been voluntary commitments from companies, there are guidelines from agencies like the FTC, there's the NIST AI risk management framework, but none of it is binding. None of it has teeth, and there is no comprehensive, enforceable federal law. That's not an accident, it's a deliberate choice. The United States has historically preferred industry self regulation over government intervention, especially in technology. The argument sounds reasonable regulate too early and you kill innovation, Move fast and let the market figure it out. Government doesn't understand tech anyway. The problem is that this argument assumes the market will protect you, and we have decades of evidence that it won't. Think about what happened with social media. Facebook scaled to billions of users before anyone seriously asked what that would do to mental health, to democracy, to teenagers. Algorithmic feeds designed to maximize engagement ended up maximizing outrage. Data was harvested and sold without meaningful consent. And by the time the hearings happened, by the time the senators were asking Zuckerberg if he knew what a Finsta was, the damage was already done. Now we're doing it again. But the technology is more capable, the scale is faster, and the stakes are higher. And it's not just the US. China has its own AI regulations, but they're focused on content control and state interests, not on protecting individual citizens. Most of the global south, Latin America, Africa, Southeast Asia, has no AI policy at all. So here's where we actually are. The most powerful technology in human history is being deployed at massive scale, right now, today, with a patchwork of rules that don't talk to each other, enormous gaps where no rules exist, and companies racing to move faster than any regulator can follow. That is not a tech problem. That is a governance crisis.
We hope you're enjoying this AI Horizons episode. Before we continue, remember to explore our other videos, subscribe to the channel, and join our community of builders, creators, and AI enthusiasts. Now, let's keep going.
So, what actually happens if we don't solve this? Let me give you three concrete scenarios, not science fiction, not worst case dystopia, things that are already beginning to happen right now. Scenario 1: hallucinations at scale. We already know AI systems hallucinate. They generate false information with complete unshakable confidence. We saw it with the lawyer in New York. Now imagine that happening inside medical AI systems, giving diagnosis, legal AI systems advising on cases, financial AI systems recommending investments. Without governance requirements, there's no obligation to disclose error rates, no requirement to have a human review the output before it affects someone's life, no accountability structure when the AI gets it catastrophically wrong. Someone gets the wrong diagnosis, someone loses their case, someone loses their savings, and there's no clear answer for who is responsible. Scenario 2: invisible discrimination. AI systems are trained on historical data, and historical data contains historical biases. Studies have documented AI hiring tools that penalize resumes containing words like women's, as in women's chess club or women's leadership program. AI credit scoring systems that disadvantage applicants from certain zip codes that correlate with race. Without transparency requirements, you would never know this happened to you. You just not get the job, not get the loan, not get the apartment. No explanation, no appeal, no recourse. Just a quiet algorithmic no. Scenario 3: personalized manipulation at scale. AI can now generate personalized content for billions of people simultaneously. Personalized news, personalized political advertising, personalized emotional triggers, systems that know your fears, your insecurities, your political leanings, and craft messages specifically designed to move you. Without rules on how AI can be used to influence human behavior, the question is no longer whether these systems will be weaponized. The question is whether you'll even be able to tell when it's happening to you. These aren't hypothetical sitting in some distant future. They are the direct logical extension of where we already are today.
Enjoying the episode? Explore more AI Horizons videos, subscribe, and join our community. Now let's continue.
So, what do you actually do with all of this? I'm not going to tell you to panic. That's not the point. The point is to be informed, awake, deliberate. First, stay informed, genuinely informed. Understanding how AI works, where it's being deployed, and what rules exist or don't exist, that is not optional anymore. It's the new digital literacy. The people who understand these systems will navigate them. The people who don't will be navigated by them. That's exactly why this channel exists. That's exactly why you're here. Second, ask questions when AI affects your life. If a company uses an AI system to make a decision about you, a loan, a job application, an insurance rate, a credit score, you have the right to ask how that decision was made. In Europe, you now have legal backing for that question. Everywhere else, ask anyway. Demand transparency. It matters. Third, support accountability wherever you can. When companies commit to transparency, when governments propose real regulation, when researchers push for independent AI audits, pay attention, amplify it, talk about it, demand it from your representatives. Share this video. Because AI governance is not going to be solved by governments alone. It's going to be shaped by public pressure, by informed citizens, by people who understand what's at stake. Here's the truth I want to leave you with. AI governance isn't a government problem. It's not a tech company problem. It's a collective problem. And the people who understand it will shape it. The people who don't will be shaped by it. Which one do you want to be? If this video made you think, like it, share it, and subscribe to AI Horizons. Every week we break down what AI is really doing to your world. No hype, no fear-mongering, just clarity. Join our community, the link is in the description, where this conversation continues every single day. And watch this next video. It goes deeper into one of the scenarios we talked about today. I'll see you there.